What's happening, folks? Welcome back to another video of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So, I'm going to be saying this in every video I'm probably doing, but like, it just keeps getting better and better and better, man. And I am absolutely loving this. So, if you could hit a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get cracking. Right, I want to have a wee look at the map. Let me speak to this guy.
Bloody innkeeper.
What are you standing here for?
I'm waiting. I'm paid to transport loads, not to haul them on my back. The cart won't unload itself, will it?
No, that's a stroke of luck. I'm just looking for a job myself. How about I haul those sacks?
Looks like we're getting sidetracked.
Go and talk to the innkeeper about it.
Strong as an ox. And she stamps and bites when she's
I was wondering
upset.
if you'd lend me your bullet when it's time to soak.
Where do you want the sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you. So you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
Where's the pantry?
Second door inside the tavern. You can't miss it.
I should probably tell Hans then, shouldn't I?
Those sacks.
Nice and steady. So you don't do your back in.
Nice and steady, so you don't do your backing.
Or take her to the butcher.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Bergov is about to leave the castle.
Sacre! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down, let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, from the local noble family, is getting married. He's marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's going to be a big event.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like Von Bergov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
I mean, no.
Well, I don't exactly have a plan.
Just going to be honest with him.
God's hat, do I have to do all the thinking for us? I suppose we could stand at the side of the road and wait for Von Bergov to pass.
I'd say the wedding's a much better bet.
We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work, I'm a noble.
Oh, shut up, mate. Just do it.
Come on. Nobody will recognise you.
Maybe not now, but what about later? People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar. As if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Ugh!
You know, sir, not everyone is born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Ordinary people have to work their whole life.
True that, man.
Be able to manage it too, at least for one day.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
What a dick.
We don't have swords, and we don't know anyone who needs protecting. So what then?
So we're fucked until someone rolls up his sleeves and gets to work. By which I mean someone of the appropriate status, like you. In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
Right, well, I'm keeping all the money then. That's only fair.
It wouldn't do you any harm.
Ah, stop whining. You can manage. Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll scratch your back later.
How? Well, giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear...
But he already promised me that though, so that's not really doing me a favour.
If you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
How generous of you, Lord Capon.
I know, my dear Henry, such is my nature.
What a dick. So she said it was the second door. I'm going to open that door first, actually.
Just got this nasty premonition. What premonition? I've got the power. Someone should really do something.
Yes, you
about that.
did. I never heard of any Perkstein and all.
Taking the time again.
What are friends for if not to help each
Just a
other?
village yokel.
Right. It's a
How
deal.
dare you?
Go ahead and tell
I'm
Frank
the
to
son of
mash
the
it, too.
bailiff.
Well, nearly there. Nearly there. Yeah, man, this music slaps. What's going on here? I put it down. I was going to keep putting them there.
Ave Marie.
What did you say?
Say it again. It was their own fault.
Oh dear.
They attacked themselves. What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trusky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smartass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only
By
a
the
fool
pond?
would do that.
But calm down, both of you.
I'm perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
This yokel.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm
Look at the maid.
all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me, you and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
That's enough! Cut it out, both of you!
Mind your own business. Take your ragamuffin friend and get the fuck out of our village.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me? Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh,
I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
crack him. Oh!
Kill you! What are those fancy moves? I'll be done with you in a flash. Stop beating him, you!
Oh, what is going on here?
Wake it!
Show your stuff!
Run for dear Olga! Yeah! Don't bury You're no match for us!
Oh, no. Oh, come on!
A hit! It was him!
I dodged that.
Shame on you!
Where's my guard here, man?
Try me!
Christ, I don't have to pay for you.
Wir werden dich ausnehmen! Let him have it! These days, take that! No one's ever really safe.
That madman! Why'd you do it?
Bad luck! I'm all you...
Yeah, fuck bastard. Oh, go fuck yourself!
What are you hopping up?
Yeah! Go bury it!
Yes!
What's to be, you wretch?
That's it. I found that easier than actually I thought. Come on. On you go. Ah. I win that.
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds!
Oh no. Why is it always us? But they... Oh, I suppose he started it, to be fair.
Bastards! This will cost you dearly. Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse. What? You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak... You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle, but no.
This is class, man.
Lordship,
I was trying to do a joke, man, and look what happened.
if you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess.
Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it?
Fuck off!
Shut up! Or you'll get a whipping too.
Boo!
Just who the hell do you think you are?
I'm fed up with pulling you out of the shit all the time.
You pulled me out of the shit! And who dragged you through the woods at night, eh?
Reputation
Keep your
lost.
mouth shut! I shouldn't have brought you along.
Well, that's something we can agree on. I could have been sitting in the mill instead of rotting in these stocks.
And whose fault is that?
I was just defending you. Should I have let that fop beat you senseless?
I only wanted him to apologise. I'd expect my right-hand man to argue my case a bit better.
Guy's never happy, Hans, man.
You should have
Never happy.
and calm down.
And let him insult me. Fat chance. If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me. Just like that.
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
Hey, let's just stop all this arguing. It'll just make things worse.
Fuck you. I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
Ah. Right, let's just make peace, man.
That's enough. This isn't getting us anywhere. I understand you're downcast after all that happened to us. And I understand you need to take it out on someone. I can take it. But we shouldn't forget we have a job to do. And do it we must. Together.
That's exactly what I'm doubting. Everything goes to shit when you're by my side.
You don't really mean that. Calm down.
I'm perfectly calm. That's it. My life went to shit from the first moment I met you. And I've only just realised it. You're like a ball and chain. And I'd have bagged that wild boar too if it weren't for you.
Well...
And none of the rest would have happened. I wouldn't have been showered in shit.
So much ego, man. So much ego.
Don't you cape on me. Not another word. I have to consider what to do next.
Might go our separate ways here. Next morning. Jesus.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Ho, he's no fucking about.
Isn't that?
Otto.
Hey! Go!
Oh, shit. Why? Where were we? Go on, get out of my sight.
What are we gonna do? You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Berghoff at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
Hans is a bit of a dick, man, isn't he? Like, ego is up to here.
Oh. Yeah. If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
Oh, I got an achievement. Hey.
Suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find mutt without you, you stuck-up Lord of Perkstein.
Oh, I didn't mean the map. I meant to... need to put my clothes back on.
Hey, you! It's about time. Come here. Do you have a moment? Are you going to just stand here like a statue?
Let's just talk to her. See what she's saying to it.
What's your story?
What would you say? Right now, I'm slightly scruffy nothing.
But I don't have any money. Look at me. I don't have anything at all.
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskowitz.
You're welcome. At least it was good for something.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side. Now things can only get better.
Yes, you're probably right. It doesn't get much worse than that. Unless somebody tries to kill me.
Again.
You're still alive in one piece. It's a new day and the sun is shining. Like Tomcat always says, bruises build character.
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offence, but compared to him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I can learn. I can learn.
If he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
How does he show off for the girls?
With his muscles. He ricks logs with his hands. He even let himself be run over by a loaded hay wagon. Crazy. But to be fair to him, he sometimes helps people. Stanislav's sheep fell into a pit one time.
And Tomcat pulled it out?
And, not just that, he crawled down to get it. And when he found the poor thing had a broken leg, he carried it on his back all the way home.
Where might I run into Tomcat?
In the camp by the tower. That is, by Rock Tower Pond. He watches the camp for the nomads.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business, but strangers usually mean trouble for them, so they're careful. Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue, otherwise Tomcat will show you some of his other skills.
Ooh.
I have no money. I might as well beg on the village green like you.
The hell you will. This is my turf.
That's me too.
I'll skip supper. It's partly your doing anyway.
Wow. I mean, thank you. Seriously.
Yeah, don't start crying. You'd better find some work quick.
It's no wonder nobody wants anything to do with me. I look like a vagrant.
At least you're not walking around bare-assed. Although that might not be a sorry sight.
Ah, very funny. I'd rather you tell me where I might get some clothes.
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin, a monk's robe, or perhaps Sir Brunswick's armour?
I could use some armour, definitely.
I could use some armour. Proper, like, for a night. And no rusty junk.
And you are like a knight?
Well, yeah. I don't look so good. But I swear I came here in armour, sword at my side, and on a horse.
Wow. And where is your armour, sword, and horse now?
That's a long story. And it's not a happy tale.
Well, you can hardly buy new armour now. But you might find something in the town hall armoury. Although you'll need quick hands.
Ooh.
Thanks. These'll come in handy.
Just don't get yourself caught again.
I'm going to get caught. I will ask about other things, man.
I can see that. Save up for something or use those lockpicks. Either way, I can't help you anymore.
Damn. I could use a horse. It'll take years to get to Semin on foot.
Don't exaggerate. This province is small.
Still, it would be faster with a horse.
There's a stud farm in Semin, renowned far and wide.
And which way is Semin?
Southwest from here, not too far. There's a road goes right there from the green. Just go down the hill. Once you see the walled farmhouse, you're there. Though I'll be a queen before you can afford a horse from Semin.
Do you know where I might find accommodation?
Betty in the tavern lets people sleep in the hay. But you have to pay.
I'm not going near that tavern. I'd catch hell again. Got any other ideas?
If you find some work, maybe you'll get a place to sleep too.
My main concern is getting to that wedding in Semi. Do you know anything about that celebration?
Well, yeah. People are talking of nothing else. The Lord's son is...
How convenient this woman knows a lot of stuff, innit?
Lout she was fighting with.
How much time do you think I have? Have the preparations already begun?
From what I hear, the bride's dress still ain't finished, and blacksmith Radovan still ain't started smithing the gift for the groom. So, no rush.
Hopefully by then I'll find a way to sneak in. Hey, you. What's your name, anyway? What do you do?
I'm BARA. Just BARA.
Looks like you know your way around here pretty good. You're from here, right?
I ain't. I'm just passing through.
Why exactly are you helping me?
Why? Why? Because you look like you need it. I've been in the ship plenty of times, and I know how appreciated a helping hand is in times like that.
You're something like...
I feel thinking this conversation's going to finish, but it's not.
I usually find work with someone, stay for a while, and once I save a bit, I move on.
Then why are you begging here?
Sometimes I collect herbs for the apothecary, or help in the tavern. But I'd like to go somewhere else, so I'm scraping up whatever I can. But on the whole, you could say I'm a traveller, or a nomad. But don't say it too loud, the locals don't take kindly to them.
Why?
Because they're different, and it scares people. They travel from place to place and take their home with them.
I'd like to see what their homes look like.
You can go and see them, just don't stare too long.
I was only asked a question. How's my reputation go for that?
Where are you headed?
Oh well.
You're only passing through here.
For work, to the city. I'm tired of serving landholders. They all promise the moon, but then you're eating stale bread, cold porridge, and nary a groschen in sight. With the city folk, it's bound to be better.
Wait. You said you were going to a city.
This is going on for
like
ages, man.
Or somewhere further?
I'd like to go to Prague, but I don't know anybody there. In Kuttenberg, at least I have a cousin.
Aha. So you're going to visit her?
Well, she doesn't know it yet. But I won't be troubling her long, just until I find a way to make a living.
What do you want to do in the city?
I'll find something. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not half-witted. Maybe someone could use a cook or a servant.
Don't get your hopes up. The city can be a pretty dangerous place for a girl on her own.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the bucketful? And the streets aren't full of roasted stuffed geese? I appreciate your concern, but I have to get to the city first. That's going to take me a long while yet.
Right.
Oh well. It was nice to meet you, but I should probably get going. Get a job, and so on.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till we meet again.
Thank goodness she knew all of that. Look at all the quests I've got here, man. Can I go in here? Where's the tavern? Must be around the other end.
God bless.
Can I talk to him? No. Oh, I need to wash myself. Where's the basin? music in this game is so enchanting. Guys, ages away, man. I think we should try and do a quest.
Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Welcome. You can buy everything you need from me, but excuse the selection. A few days ago, when I was returning with new goods, the horse got spooked and my wagon tipped into the pond. I salvaged some things, but the rest is now in the pond.
And where did the wagon tip?
On the roads near the TACHOV pond, beyond Jellyov. You can still find it there. I can't tell you how much it still pisses me off. But what can I do?
Were there any valuables in there?
You bet. Lord Semin ordered all sorts of delicacies and precious spices from me for the wedding feast. And for Taylor Bartishak, I was carrying expensive fabrics to make dresses for the occasion. If you only knew how much coin I spent on this.
Well, what can you do?
Nothing. What would you like?
I wanted to ask you.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
I'm not from here and I'd like to get my bearings. You look like a merchant to me, so you probably know best.
Ja, natürlich, you're not from here. Everyone around here knows that, after what happened in Betty's Tavern. Aber das ist deine Sache. That is your business, lad. Also, what do you want to know?
Can I find other merchants around here?
Zum Glück nicht, junger Mann. I'm the only merchant here around Trotsky. Oh, natürlich. There are plenty of tradesmen here who sell their goods. There is Bartosz, the tailor. He lives at the other end of the village. The apothecary, Emmerich, lives across from me. They are hand in glove, or more like hat in hat.
What do you mean by that?
Nichts weiter. Just that they play at being educated men. Along with the scribe Geibel, they are always studying some Latin tracts. But of the three, perhaps only Geibel knows Latin, if he really does at all.
Is there anyone else here?
Oh yeah. Beyond the
Oh yeah.
on the edge of the village is where Bashka the butcher lives. Opposite the Rathaus is the carpenter. The rest of the villagers are just peasants, and you are already familiar with the tavern.
Okay, let's go back. Can I buy anything?
Show me your wares.
I don't know why the keyboard controls keep coming up. It's really annoying. How much does a pouch go for? Does it even say? Can I even afford that? I don't even think I can afford any of this stuff, man. Yeah, I can't afford anything, man.
Maybe next time then.
Okay, so let me check the map here. We do need to get a job done, so I think I'm going to go... Yeah. Oh, I need some jobs, but I'm in two minds about what to do here. And that guy's way down there. Let's go to the blacksmith. I'm going to steal this horse, man. I don't care. Desperate times, man.
Go!
Old gods. I wonder what their names were.
Let's inspect that. How'd I get off the horse?
Whoa!
Oh, yes. Take some groschen.
I see they haven't been forgotten, and the locals still worship them. I can't really blame them seeing the state of this land.
This music, man. I keep saying that, like, but it's so good.
Go! God!
I think we're just about here. Class.
Whoa!
Oh, sorry, wee man. I don't think I'm in the right bit. I went in the wrong way. I just need to get back on the horse. For God's sake, man.
You can try. I have long fingers.
Jesus Christ, be praised. What can I do for you?
I heard you could use a helping hand at the forge.
I could. My last two hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming up, the work is piling up. Ah, what do they call you?
Henry.
I'm Radovan.
Radovan, what a name.
The blacksmithing isn't for everyone. Have you done it before?
Yeah.
I basically grew up in the forge. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any.
Two guys in the back.
For the nobility, eh? Well, that kind of experience will come in very handy for me indeed. As it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young Lord Semine. A fine sword.
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try you out first. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't give you much trouble if your father was a swordsmith, should it?
Sure thing.
Need to try it out so we can learn it.
Great. Find some iron and get started then.
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of butter, but if you don't have your own stuff, you can get everything from the chest in my forge.
I thought he was going to send us on another quest to do it. I was like, you're a blacksmith, mate.
You shit! I'm sorry. Go over to the anvil and let's get started.
Right, there's the chest. Okay, let's...
It must be over now. Whatever it was.
Get to it. I want to see how you'll fare.
Okay.
Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up bit by bit. Try poking it around for a bit. Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above you. Give it a pull. It works the bellows.
This is sick, man. Did I just leave it there? Oh, it's turning red.
You can tell the temperature by the color, but you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out. See? That's exactly the straw color we want. You've got talent, lad. Now heat up the whole thing.
Heat it halfway through. Oh, heat all the way through, right, okay. Yes.
Now come over to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. God's wounds. Hurry up and move the sword.
That's what I'm doing.
Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are.
Boom. Boom.
That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side.
This is so class, man. I say this like every 2 seconds, but it really is.
Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway.
Seems to be like a kind of rhythm thing.
You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before.
There we go.
The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Hear that? Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes. That's the ring you want. You see how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm.
Oh, didn't mean to do that.
Piece to a beat, the work goes by easier. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going.
Yeah, I thought that. It's kind of like a beat.
The sparks are flying nicely.
I love the wee tune, man.
You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking.
Gonna put it in there. Oh, that's so satisfying. Yeah, that's no bad. I'm taking that. Unless he wants it back.
Right. Let's have a look. Very nice work. Your father taught you the trade well.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here. Even so, keep in mind, it's all about making sure every strike does its job. That's why you can't let it get cold, or keep striking the same spot. If you work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last one, you can't go wrong. Got that? Or is there something else you want to ask about?
How do I know a good strike from a bad one?
By the sparks that fly up, and by the ring. It rings out with a different sound when you do it right.
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed. And there's a chest where you can keep your things.
Nice.
You can use the forge anytime you want. Any questions?
Oh, that's
Where can I get materials?
You can buy some essentials from me. But if you want to make a fancy sword with lots of ornamentation, you'll have to look elsewhere. This is just a village, you know. The locals ain't after luxury. And they can't afford it neither.
Where exactly is my bed?
At the side of the house. There are 2 doors and a wheelbarrow between them. You go in by the rear door, next to the woodshed. And you can put your things in the chest there. Don't worry, nobody'll steal them.
What now?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. I'll find you some work to do right away. You're pretty good at swords, but what the locals really need is axes and horseshoes. Right, here are some simple drawings that show what they're both supposed to look like. And some iron. You can get down to it right away.
Just like that? You aren't going to help me?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because
Sacre,
you already know a
lad.
thing or two. I'm not going to look over your shoulder all bloody day. You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge away as long as you're able, and then sell it all. Once you've made some coin and feel like being out in the open again, I'll give you some more interesting work.
Ooh. I've got my own bed, which is absolutely cracking, man. Well, I think I'm going to end this one. This will be a short and sweet one, and we'll pick up more missions on the next part. But if you could all hit a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys on the next video.